to say
Jesus.
Jesus! It's a first half disaster show for Chelsea in North London here.
What a way to go there. Chelsea, Arsenal tonight. Big one coming up on the show. Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeni Jishafe. Well, we'll be running out concerning that particular story there. Match is coming up. This is London Derby. We're talking about that. But right now, we start from the home scene alongside our usual guest in the studio, Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Adeni, it's my pleasure to be back to studio. And what a good way to start the show.
At least I'm trying to let you know that the elephant is back on the tree and they are trying to make some...
It's consolation. When we get to that story, we'll talk about it.
Anyway, let's start from the home scene there. Let's talk about the Nigerian Football Federation. Releases findings for Federation's Cup round of 64 fixtures that will be coming up, although now known as President Federation's Cup. That name keep changing every time. I still remember when it was known as ITO Cup, Challenge Cup, and now we have President Federation's Cup. The venue that all the matches will be played, 64 fixtures for men, where it will be pruned down to 32, then to 16, 8, 4, and finally we have the two finalists there. For the women, it's going to be 32 matches that will be played, pruned down to 16, 8, and thereabout. Well, right now, let's look at the venue of those games coming up across Nigeria. There are NFF releases, and you look at all the teams that will be playing. All of them are battle ready. Well, a lot of games that will be coming up in May, that will be May 1st by 4 p.m. across Nigeria. Some will be played by 2 p.m. And different cities, Abuja, Kaduna, Owerri, Bauchi, Lafia, Enugu, Benin City, Ilorin, Asaba, Ibadan, all those places will actually host so many games that will be coming up in the 64 games that will be played across Nigeria between all these teams, Beyond Limits, Hamola FC, Inter Lagos, May Frank, what the name there, May Frank. May Frank FC also playing there. They will be playing Asaba, Kwara Football Club, Kwara United rather, against Rovers in Enugu. Abia Warriors will be facing Ilaji FC of Oyo State precisely. They will play in Benin City. Nasarawa United against FC Bako of Kogi in Kaduna. You have FC One Rocket against is it Father? Well, anyway, Aberwaja FC in Aba. You have Warinji against Eyimba International in Ilorin. All these matches coming up there. And you also look at FC Basira of Nasarawa State taking on Bayelsa United in Enugu. Duse Strikers, they face Katsina United in Kano, Abuja, Aba, so many places. All these games will be coming up. 64 matches.
Okay. We will not stop saying this and advising the government. If you look at the venue that they want to play these matches, if you have been to the venue before, you understand my argument. Like, for example, we're in Abuja here. We've been to Area 3 before. Area 3 is not befitting where we will be playing our FA competition or our FA Cup matches. Area 3 is not befitting to start with. Then we have teams that are coming all the way from Bini Kebi to play this match in Abuja. And we know what the clubs are going through right now. So we have a lot that we still need to do when it comes to football administration in Nigeria, in the country. We really need to go back and see how to plan effectively for most of this competition. You can't imagine a club that is not even the original club of Bini Kebi, just like maybe Division 2 or NLO team, will be coming all the way from Bini Kebi to play in Abuja.
Why don't they look for the proximity?
Exactly. We have Kaduna. We have a stadium in Kaduna. We have in Kano.
Kano, yes.
So why do you have to take them all the way from Bini Kebi? That's just one of many that we have here.
In fact, let's go back to that particular list there of venues of that particular Federation's Cup. If you look at it right now, okay, Bende Insurance, Benin, Stoma Sports Club of Ogun to
Abuja to play.
Insurance of Benin. Okay, let's even say Benin to Abuja. Wiki Toys of Bauchi and Damburan of Katsina. They played in Kaduna. That one is still okay. Osun United, AFCC of Abuja. Osun United from Osun to Anambra.
EFCC
Abuja, FCT, yes.
FCT Abuja. So you are taking a club from
Osun FCT
and Abuja to go and play where?
Anambra.
I don't understand. I don't really understand how we plan, how we do things in this country. So these are the people that they are even struggling to survive. So these are the things that we really, really need to look into.
Look at the team from Bayelsa State and Basira from Nasarawa playing.
And they're taking them to Enugu. So I think there is really need for the government to seriously look into this. And how can they do this? It's very simple. It's very simple. To release whatever hold they are having on this, they allow private investor, individual, corporate organization to come in and do the investment. Then they can do it. We are talking about the government doesn't have much money to even help the economy. So we are now expecting them to, even from the little that they have, to be spending on all this. I think it's really unfair. And most of these clubs that are owned by individuals, where do you want them to get the money? What about the fatigue of the player?
The logistics.
The logistic, their welfare.
Feed everything.
Seriously, we really needs to look into it. When I saw this, I wasn't really happy about it because this is not what I expected from the football administration in Nigeria. They have to look into the logistic of how to do it.
And put it into consideration the fact that the roads are not even
motorable
enough. So most of these guys, by the time I just pray that nothing will happen now, because we've seen so many clubs traveling and we've seen accidents on the road. They are being attacked by robbers and all that. So something must be done to consider the teams and the possibility. The place that is better. For I'm sure now, by the time you confirm it, they say, okay, this is the easy or closest place that they felt.
No, that's not the closest place. What they need to do is very simple. This is not rocket science. If they want to do the port, they do it based on geopolitical zone. Port A will play Port B. So both teams that will be in Port A and Port B,
they won't be too far.
They will be from Northwest region. Port C and D will be from the Southwest or South-South. That is very simple for them to do. So when you come to the next fixture again, because after this you go to 32, you apply the same thing.
Till you get to the final that you're taking to Lagos.
To get to the final. And why Lagos? Why not our national stadium here in Abuja? Look at the FA that they are playing in England. Once you get to the semi-final,
you go to Wembley.
You go to Wembley. And going to Wembley alone, play at Wembley Stadium alone. Look at what Coventry did to Manchester United before God saved them during the penalty. The motivation that, I'm playing at Wembley, it's a plus to most of them.
And then they make more money.
They make more money because more people will come in there. So these are the things that we need to look into, like we normally say. Especially you have been saying this for the past 30 years on this show, that football is business. We have to look at football as a means of generating revenue to the individual and to the government, not the way they are running it.
Well, we've been talking concerning the Nigerian Football Federation releasing the the venue for the 64 matches that will be coming up in the President Federation's Cup. Although just a few days ago, I saw the Minister of Sports saying, well, they are trying to see how they can make sure government begins to make money in sport, in different facets of sport. And we are waiting to see how they're going to do this. So at least we know that this particular sector is very, very huge, humongous. $487 billion worldwide that comes through sport when it comes to revenue. And Nigeria can easily put everything that they can use to get some of these businesses out in the world of sport. That's why that sector must not be undirected for just entertainment and for fun. It must really be a business. A shout out there, and a big one for Nigerians to see that we need to take sport seriously. Now, still talking about Nigerian football, this time around, Nigerian Football Federation to organize monthly, that's football awards. They want to make sure they make Nigerian players and all those organizers, coaches, everyone appreciated. So, NFF to organize football awards monthly.
Okay, a good initiative, but the only problem I normally have with our administration in this country is the process. The process and the way of achieving whatever goals they want to set up. Yeah, it's a good one to appreciate them. It's a very good one to motivate them. It's a very good one to do what other countries are doing. Okay, but however, the process of we doing this, at least we should try and remove a lot of subjectivity, biasness from doing that. If it's going to be by voting,
I just hope that apart from even the process of getting the awards done, I just hope, sustainability matters.
Continuity.
Can we sustain this? Not to start after doing 3 months, then the next thing, award as kaput. Let me use that Nigeria English. Because I know that even the one, a lot of things that we don't even consider fresh. The money for this award, I know, okay, maybe private organization will actually take over to run the award. Why don't you channel that to develop Nigerian football?
And that is what we need first. What we need is football development.
When we get to award level, by the time we get there, then we'll do it.
But now we don't have it. Like what do we have in Europe? Even the club themselves, they do monthly award. I'm talking about the club.
Yes.
Not even the FA.
That's where you have player of the month.
You have player of the month, coach of the month, whatever of the month. But the club themselves, they have player of the month and what have you.
Goalkeeper of the month.
So we've not gotten to that level at all because we don't have the resources in terms of financial muscle. We don't have it. So what we have right now, let's try and manage it. How do we need to manage it? Let's develop our football. Let's provide more infrastructure. We just spoke about on the FA Cup, someone from Oshun
going to Anambra to play.
We have a club from Binikebi coming to Abuja to play. What stopped the federal government from having 6 regional standard stadiums in Nigeria? What stopped the federal government from doing that? How much will it cost? We have the land, we have the money. So what stopped us from doing that?
Funny enough, we have the stadiums. The stadiums are there because if you check, if you go to Bauchi, Kaduna, Kano, Ibadan, Lagos, Abuja, they are all there.
What it just needs to do is just to put in money there, put it in shape. And once you put it in shape, we shouldn't make that mistake of once we have a stadium, we said, no, we're only leaving it until when Super Eagles is playing. No, before you know it now, other people will be renting the place. What you need to do, like they do in other countries, they make sure it is only when you are using the stadium that you'll be able to improve on the infrastructure and the facilities. If you have been to Abuja Stadium, that stadium is a world standard stadium. But because we are not using it the way we should use it, a lot of infrastructure are going decay there. Look at National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. Look at what has become the National Stadium. For how many years we've been trying to revive it. Look at Liberty Stadium in Ibadan. I was at that stadium when Nigerian hosted the Under-20 World Cup, when the like of Messi and Cody came to Nigeria. Look at what we have. Look at even the Games Village that was specifically built for what? Look at what has happened to it now. If you are hosting any World Cup in this country now, we have to be looking at how to have another Games Village.
That's why I'm a bit worried that can we sustain this? Because all this moribund venue or stadium that you mentioned, they are no longer functioning. And even the one that is functioning is skeletal. So it means that can we sustain, by the time we start this award now, I just hope truly a monkey or a snake will not come in and be embezzling the money.
Anyway, I think sustainability, yes, we can. We are a country that if we set our priority right, we'll do it. If you recall vividly during the election, I made a statement on the show here that all the candidates campaigning for election, I've never seen any one of them telling us their manifesto about what they have for sport in this country. Because they don't look at sport as something that can generate revenue. Anytime Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, they are not in session. Even the government of UK and Spain and what have you, they know what they are losing. Because it's a very good source of income, even to the government. Do you know how much each player in UK pay as tax? Do you know the percentage they pay as tax? Italy, Spain, these are the things we are talking about. But they are not looking at it as a form of business. They are looking at it as a form of embezzlement, corruption. In the sense that they will spend 2 naira, they will tell us that they spend 4 naira, 10 naira. No accountability. So until we get to that stage, we'll get it right. But it is very, very, very saddening to see a country with so much potential, not only in football, in all sporting activities, but we are not doing it right. I pray one day we'll have someone like George Oponwe of Nigeria that will become the president of this country and channel his attention towards football, or someone that is a sport-loving president will come on board, not only when they want to play and they get to the semi-final, and that's why I want to do conference call. No, it's not up to that. It is what you've done before that stage, before that time. That's what we are looking forward to.
We've been talking concerning Nigerian sports development there. Well, really, something must be done concerning sports because really it's business, it's huge, it's big. It's something that Nigerian government, state, federal, local government, individuals, private organizations should actually key into and turn it around there. Well, right now, let's talk about Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL, rearranging some games to at least fix all the matches that Rivers United have missed. NPFL rearranged fixtures to accommodate outstanding games. If you look at those outstanding games, majorly for Rivers United, who were formerly playing in the CAF Confederation, but right now, in fact, they have about 6 matches at hand.
Adeniyi, it's like I'm tired of talking about the Nigerian Football Federation. How can you pause a league
So that the other...
how can you do that? I've never heard of it before. It has never happened.
Something must be done so that others can rest there, play your 6 matches.
No, it's not done that way. All the matches that the Rivers United they played, they didn't play it simultaneously.
They will come back, they will play some. So why don't you just let it be like that?
Exactly.
Even if the league finishes, okay, whatever it is, they can still continue.
So now you are giving room for a lot of things to happen. Malpractices can happen because you have 6 matches to play, 3 points per match, 18 points in total. What's your current position right now? Where do you want to get to? Who are you playing with? What can you do to make sure that you get what you need to do? That is very simple. So why should you pause a league of a country just because you are playing? Have you ever heard of this before? We have, even in Africa, I'm not going to Europe this time around. The likes of their counterparts that they play the same Confederation Cup with in other countries. Did they pause the league in those countries because the clubs are representing their country? No, they don't. Sincerely, if the NFF they are running out of ideas, they should please call people that can give them this free of charge service to the nation, because it is actually embarrassing. You pause a league because they play Confederation Cup. Abba, and then talk to your people, please.
It's seriously something, a lot of things must be put in place. It's rearranging to accommodate outstanding games. Well, that's football for you in Nigeria. Right now, let's quickly run through some story. Our time is almost up there. Super Falcons goalkeeper that plays over there in Paris FC in France, Nigerianews Chiamaka, right now has been nominated for Best Goalkeeper Award in France. Good one for her. Last time she was also nominated, and Nigerians are really happy that this young lady is doing so well.
She's doing very well. It's not easy what she did, and if you look at the Champions League, she saved 5 penalties against Real Madrid, against Arsenal, and against Wolfsburg. So that shows that she knows what she's doing, not only for her club, even for Nigeria also. So I think she deserves whatever happens. She's among the top best goalkeeper in France, and in Africa, she's our #1 currently. So
you can't doubt that. Nothing to doubt about Chiamaka Nnadozie there. Let's go to the big one before we wrap it up. Arsenal Chelsea tonight. We look at that particular story there. Premier League, Arsenal battles Chelsea at the Emirate tonight.
Why did they use the adjective battle? Why not face?
No,
you are always biased against Chelsea.
You know, this is a London derby. Yesterday, Italian Serie A, Inter Milan, AC Milan battles Inter before Inter demolished them.
When you started the show,
yes,
you showed the match between Arsenal and Chelsea that happened about 3 or 4 years ago. That they won. Why are you coming from your position of strength to console yourself? Let me tell you what will happen tonight.
Okay.
What will happen tonight is I see a draw tonight.
1-1 or 2-2 or 3-3.
No, it's not going to be a goalless draw. There will be goal from both sides. You know why? Chelsea, they've never lost back-to-back to Arsenal. Interesting match. However, the tactics of the coach also will come to play. You know the reason why? Arsenal right now, they can't afford to lose tonight. Even the draw, they can't afford, but they don't have a choice. They will get that draw tonight.
What if they win?
Well, it's football. Anything can happen. They can win, but I don't see that happening. That is my belief. Because Chelsea, as worst, as bad as they are, if Chelsea is playing Sheffield United, Luton Town, they can defeat Chelsea 2-0, 3-0. But anytime Chelsea is playing the top team, you see them coming with their...
That will be 1-0 at least in the morning, actually. I gave you 1-0 in the morning, now it's 1-0, 1-1. So agreed. But for tonight, a big one coming up between Chelsea and Arsenal at that particular derby match at the Emirates. Big one there. We wait to see that before we wrap it up. Just transfer gossip quickly. Bayern Munich, Manchester United are eyeing Brighton manager Roberto De Zerbi. They want to go for him. The man has been the man of the moment. All the clubs are gunning for the coach there. Another one says Manchester United faces competition for Michael Olise from Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal. A big one do for the young man, really has done it for himself and also for France. And the last one, say Crystal Palace are interested in Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi on a free transfer. They want to go for Ndidi there, and right now he's doing so well with that particular club. They want to sign him. Well, that's it on the show. But Olawale Peters, tonight, Arsenal is winning.
Tonight, sky will be blue.
Let's see how it goes. Anyway, maybe it's going to be red and blue. That's it on the show. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.